a problem occurred to me at this very moment. I don't have any Disney PIXAR posters. So you'll have to be stuck with Bad Boys for Life, a 2020 film. Still 2020. And Avengers Endgame, which is actually a Disney film, but most people wouldn't know that. But, oh wow. I need to get one, don't I? Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about the new Disney PIXAR film, Soul. Was it good? Was it bad? Leave in the comments down below what you thought of this movie. Have you seen it? Have you heard of it? Alright, and let's get started with some good stuff about this film. Good stuff. Okay, first off the top, animation. Incredible. Like, some of the best animation I've seen. Well, definitely the best in the year, but some of the best animation I've just seen in general, and I know there's some good animations that I haven't seen, but this is some good stuff. It looks pretty close to real, but they're trying to go with the classic, Pixar animation way. But just as that, it just looks so good for any of the latest new Pixar films. They haven't looked nearly as good as this one. The lighting is beautiful. The little particles coming off some of the characters are spectacular. A little piece of work that no one would really notice, but I did. When you watch this film, you will know when you see this animation. At some sequences, it is just absolutely mind-boggling how good of animation it is. Moving on to another good thing about this film, we have the music of this film. Mostly the score, right? The score is absolutely incredible, like the piano, just the jazz music in general is absolutely beautiful, and I gotta say, I kind of want this to get nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Score. I don't think it should win. I think that should either go to Trial Chicago 7 or Tenet, but I think it should get at least nominated, because sometimes in the movie you'll just hear like this interstellar-like music, I should say, like The Mandalorian had it too, and it just starts rising and rising and rising, and it just is incredible. I love it so much. Another good thing about this film is that it's an original take. It's something new that Pixar is showing us. It's not like any of the older ones, like Disney PIXAR, I should say, doing Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, Cars 2, Cars 3. There's some more, you can't think of them at the moment, but they just keep on going on. They keep on making these sequels, like Incredibles 2, and I did not like that one very much. I didn't like Toy Story 4 either, or any of the Cars movies. But it's just, they keep on going with these new sequels, and no one really cares to see a new sequel. They want to see what brought Pixar to life in the, early 2000s, late 1990s, we want to see that, and that's what Soul brought us, just a fresh new take, and it was absolutely incredible. I love it so much. It just feels so fresh and new, with its animation style, its story, its characters, its character designs, its music, so much new original. Because I remember earlier this year we had Onward, and Onward just felt like another Disney PIXAR movie. It didn't feel like anything special, nothing too good. Because I'm not a big fan, I should say. I'm not a big fan of Disney PIXAR movies, but this new one really blew my mind. I just thought it was great. Alright, I've talked about the good, let's move on to the bad. The bad about this film. Now, to me, I'm the type of guy that doesn't really like animated movies too much, because some of them just feel too kiddish, especially, I'm zoning out Spider-Verse and the Kung Fu Panda movies, right? But we're going into Disney PIXAR area, some of them just feel so kiddish, but this one kind of took it out, but still had it, you add a talking cat, and I'm just okay. Some of the jokes were funny with the cat, but you don't need to add a talking cat into it. I know it wasn't actually talking, but I don't intend to see that. And I feel like the ending. Now, I'm not saying the ending was like terrible or anything, but I think that they should have ended with Jamie Foxx. Who was he playing? Like Joe Gardner or something like that. He should have went into the Great Beyond? Yeah, Great Beyond instead of going back to Earth, because I just feel like that would have ended it, you know, kind of sad and everything. Something new that Pixar did, but of course, you know, they had to bring him back and everything. But, you know, they brought him back in an interesting way, because we don't really know what actually happened by the end, but we could be wrong. I don't really know. Soul feels a little bit run on also, just a little bit, like, you know, 1 hour, 40 minutes, however long it was. They could have probably shortened it to 1 hour, 30 minutes. Nothing too big. I really don't care. They ended it well. I just feel like there's a lot of, like, running around the city, showing it all around. They could have cut that down, like, at least 10 minutes, and then it would have been, like, maybe close to my favorite of the year. And it is one of my favorites of the year, but it could have been, like, closer, you know? I don't want to keep you here too late because I'm gonna need to edit it, and you probably want to see this. I'm not sure, actually. You'll probably just skip to this part to see my score. My score for Soul will have to be an 87 out of 100, and I think you should definitely stream this on Disney Plus and watch it. It is definitely worth the watch. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.